Good evening. As we begin tonight's festivities with the concert and the movie, we want to take an opportunity, a solemn moment to remember this day and what took place 20 years ago as we remember the 20th anniversary of 9/11. Tonight, the United States flag will be presented by Boy Scout Troop 422 of Kane.
Good boy.
Will you please pay your respect to the playing of the Star-Spangled Banner? Let us join our hearts together in a time of prayer. O God, our hope and refuge, in our distress we come quickly to you. Shock and horror of that tragic day have subsided, replaced now with an emptiness, a longing for an innocence lost. We come remembering those who lost their lives in New York, Washington, D.C., and Pennsylvania. We are mindful of the sacrifice of public servants who demonstrated the greatest love of all by laying down their lives for friends. We commit their souls to your eternal care and celebrate their gifts to a fallen humanity. We come remembering and we come in hope, not in ourselves, but in you. As foundations we once thought secure have been shaken, we are reminded of the illusion of security. In commemorating this tragedy, we give you thanks for your presence in our time of need, and we seek to worship you in spirit and in truth, our guide and our guardian. Now may you take a moment of silent reflection. Lord, hear our prayers. Amen. Thank you. You may be seated or prepare for a great evening. I want to welcome you here to the Kane Family Drive-In. I'm Pastor Calvin from Kane First United Methodist Church. And as we begin tonight, I want to share our thanks and hospitality to the Watts family and for the Kane Family Drive-In, that they have opened up the drive-in, that we can celebrate together and that we can worship together. We also want to thank those from Kane First United Methodist Church who have been planning this for a while and are excited to be able to worship as a community, especially on this day. I do want to say, if you see green shirts around, those are the persons from Kane First and are willing to help you in any way or direct you to anything. that you might need to find. Just to share with you tonight that the snack shack with the refreshment stand with all of the drive-in goodies are open, and we would ask that you would please support that. We also want to say that the refreshment stand will remain open 15 minutes into the showing of the movie. Also, there are restrooms behind the refreshment stand. There's a bounce house in the back for children. The miniature golf course is open and will be attended. And we also just want to invite you to enjoy all of these activities. There is a merchandise tent for the Alan Scott Band that is back near the refreshment stand that we ask you to please remember that place. Also, there's a first aid tent back in that same area. And we have a prayer tent that is set up. If there's anything through the evening that speaks to you that you would like to talk about, or that you would like to have some prayer over a situation, there are people who will be there and will be willing to talk with you and pray with you through any of these concerns. We do want to thank you for coming, and we thank the generous supporters that are making this evening possible. There are orange buckets that you noticed when you were driving in for any kind of free will donation that you wish to make, and those buckets will be at the exit as you leave this evening. This is sponsored entirely through the Kane First United Methodist Church, and we appreciate all of those who have come together to help with this evening. It's more than just a concert and more than just a movie. It is a time for us to gather together and to praise and worship our loving God and our Creator. And so we hope tonight that in some way the music speaks to you and the lessons will speak to you in a mighty powerful way to draw you closer to our God. And so without any further talking, we are so happy to have with us and to welcome this evening the Alan Scott Band.